it finally arrived, but it's not making any sales. So I'm going to show you what I would do to get this potentially making $2,000 a month in royalties. Let's go. Now, if you've not been here before, my name's Paul Marles and I do videos on how to make it, keep it, grow it. That's your money I'm talking about. And if you do like videos like that, then please do give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and also smash that notification bell to receive notification of when I produce more videos like this. So, if you watch my recent video on book reviews, you'll know that I reviewed this book, and this was my reaction. Wow. Wow. And it finally arrived earlier this week. And my reaction is an even bigger wow, because this book is amazing. Now, I know a lot of you wonder what the quality of these books are like. Well, I can tell you this is actually superb. It's a glossy cover. The colours are actually better than what they appear on the screen. I'll try and get it up. I'll try and compare in this video to what it looks like on the computer screen. So I put them side by side. And I must say, this has a slightly more reddish orangey tinge to it, which looks even better than what it looks like on the computer. And yeah, it just looks superb. The colours really pop. And the interior, again, is just as good. Got all these colouring pages, dot to dots, word trace, mazes, crosswords, and the quality of the paper, again, pretty good. Nothing to complain about whatsoever. But like a lot of things, you can have the best product in the world but not making any sales if it's not getting out in front of people, if people are not actually seeing it. It's like in any industry really, or if you create the best course in the world, if people aren't seeing it, then you're not going to make sales. And that's why people can create mediocre products, mediocre courses, mediocre books, and make loads of sales because they're getting that book in front of people. And that's what we need to do with this today. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it. So let's just quickly look at the problems of this book. Now, we've got the book here and we can see cover looks great, description's fine, the main keyword is okay in the title, but we've not got a subtitle. That's something we're going to have to address. And if we look at the market, 4,000 search results for the main keyword that's being targeted here. So the market is very competitive. We need to start targeting keywords to get those search results down to 1,000. And if we look at what the competition is, it's very strong. I mean, there's ads being run on this niche. And if we scroll down, we've got these books here, all with great bestsellers ranks, but look at the number of reviews. And the best-selling KDP book has got 3,875 reviews. And it's been selling for 2 years. So it's got the sales history and it's got the number of views. So this is going to be a real tough nut to crack. And if we look at that bestsellers rank of 2,187, you can see that equates to approximately 1,244 sales per month. Now, I've had a book myself that's gone down to this sort of level of bestsellers rank, and I can tell you the sales per month are way more than this. But if we take this figure, they're selling the book at $6.49. I'm not sure what the exact royalty on that would be, maybe $1.70, but they're easily making $2,000 per month, probably more than $3,000, but if we say somewhere between $2,000 to $3,000 a month. And I think, you know, this is possible with this book because it's so good if we put in the work to get it there. So we've got an under-optimized book and we've got a really strong market. Now, incidentally, this publisher here, I had a quick look at what other books they were selling, and look at their top 2 selling books at the moment, Halloween activity books. Now, you might remember a couple of months ago I did some videos on exactly this niche, and you can see, look at the bestsellers rank, 760, 1,854. They're killing it. It's too late now, I think, to start producing some Halloween books. However, think about doing them now, ready for a year's time. Get them into Amazon, get them into the system. You may even pick up the odd sale between now and then and pick up a bit of sales history. But I think, you know, now's the time to do this. They published these books approximately a year ago, probably in time for last Halloween, so they probably got some sales history from them. But anyway, that's just a little side note. And also, another interesting thing, when I was doing these searches under this particular keyword, I came across someone that was advertising this book. Frozen 2 colouring book. Now this is the quickest way to get your KDP account banned. This is just blatant trademark infringement. And they've even put unofficial in the subtitle as though that makes things right. And they're getting sales and also reviews. And I scroll down to look at some other sponsored ads in this, and there's some other authors, again, with exactly the same cover. So whether they're buying this little graphic, this image from a site, you know, I don't know, Fiverr or somewhere. But yeah, it's the quickest way to get your books banned. And if we look down, look, they're the same authors doing it with Harry Potter and making good sales from it as well. Don't do this, seriously guys. It's the best way just to get your KDP account wiped out, and they're going to get themselves into serious trouble. I know Disney, particularly in merch, will pursue things like this and send out notices. So there you go, just a little bit of advice. So with this book, we've got two main issues. One, the book's not properly optimized, and the market is incredibly competitive. But I think with something of this quality, if we can get this in front of people's eyeballs, it's got a great chance of being successful. So first of all, what would I do to optimize this? Well, the issue here is with the subtitle. So we need to find some keywords that we can put in the subtitle. So I went along to the Amazon search bar, just started off there, put in unicorn activity books, see what comes up. And we're after keywords with search results of 1,000 or less. Now, this was one that stood out and does have meets that criteria of 1,000 search results or less, and that's unicorn activity books for kids ages 4 to 8, which is great because it's written on the cover. It's relevant. So that's going to go down in my little notepad, kids ages 4 to 8. Now I also thought about unicorn puzzle book, and I put that into search bar. This is good, 1,000 search results or less. And the books that appear under this keyword are relevant and they're selling well. So that goes onto my list. Puzzle book, kids ages 4 to 8. Now I pulled out all the guns and used the Helium 10 tools on this. So first of all, we've got the Magnet 2 keyword tool, and it came up with 7,000 keywords, which is a bit of overkill for us. So I narrowed it down to the unicorn activity keywords, and nothing particularly new came up, but this did catch my eye, this unicorn activity book party favour, because of course books like this make great party gifts for kids. They come to your kids' party, you give these away in we used to call them lucky bags. I don't know what they call them where you are in the States. Are they party favour bags or something? But these make great gifts for kids, and that's exactly the sort of market for these. So I had a look on Amazon, unicorn activity book party favour, a lot of search results. However, when you scroll down, there's lots of sticker books, stickers, that sort of thing. Not a huge amount of actual unicorn activity books. So I think if we were to put this in the subtitle, we may pick up some search results here and maybe pick up some sales. I also got this #1 KDP book and put it into Cerebro, which is what's called a reverse ISN search tool. You can take the ISN number, put it in, and it'll show you a lot of the keywords that this book is ranking for, particularly on the first page and in those top spots. So it's a way of spying on your competitors. So let's have a look here, see if anything jumps out. Well, nothing really did. I did find this one, what I wasn't too sure of, Hatchimal activity book, and I had a look at that. Unfortunately, it looks like Hatchimal is probably a trademarked item. That brings into the question, should you use a trademarked word in your 7 keyword boxes? I know a lot of people do. Personally, I wouldn't, because KDP provides me with a lot of my income and I don't want to risk getting caught out, so I wouldn't really use a trademarked word in my 7 keyword boxes. And looking at the cover of the book, there's a few things here, colouring books, dot to dots, they all appear as searches on Amazon. So what I would do is create a subtitle that goes something like this: Unicorn puzzle book for kids ages 4 to 8, perfect party favour, including colouring, dot to dot, stories and more. And I think that would get in sort of, I don't know how many different keywords there, 5 different keywords, looks natural, and I think we could pick up some extra search results. Now, in order to get this book in front of people, I don't think we've got any other option than to run ads. Because I know if we were to run ads on this and they appear, this book would get clicked on and the conversion rate would be really good. And once that happens, Amazon will then start to push this book quite significantly so. So I went over to Amazon ads to see how much it might be to put ads, and the suggested bids, as I suspected, are quite high. I mean, you're looking at 92 cents, $1. So you're looking at that sort of almost the $1 mark, which, you know, if you're selling a book for $6.99, you've only got a couple of dollars to play with. That means you'd need to get a sale for every 2 clicks, which I think would be almost impossible. So that's going to cause an issue. However, I've got books that I've advertised in niches that have this sort of suggested bid level. And if you start the bids at 20 cents, I know for a fact you will get impressions. They may not appear up here in this number 1 position or even in this top row, but they may well appear lower down, sort of this region, halfway to 2/3 down the page, and you're going to get those impressions. And I know with this book, if you get those impressions, you're going to get the clicks for certain. I'm 100% certain on this. I would bet my boat on it. And so you would start to build up that sales history, and because the quality is very good, you'd get those positive reviews. Now, to be realistic, is this going to happen in a month, 2 months, 3 months? No. You're looking at building this up over the long term. You're looking at 6 months to a year, I'm sure, in order to get anywhere near these top books. But I think within a few months, I think it'd be you could easily get this on the first page, because a book like this is going to convert so well, and Amazon love books that convert well. You know, when they get the impressions and they get those clicks, that, you know, Amazon's going to push it, I know for certain. And the other types of ads that you can run that are very cheap are those sponsored ads that appear for product listings. So if we go to this product, scroll down, you'll see these sponsored products here, and these are a lot cheaper. I mean, you can often pick these up for like 5 cents, 10 cents, and so you can pick up sales that way as well. But what I would do is I would run a manual ad, an exact manual ad, starting bid at 20 cents, and I would also run an auto ad starting bid at 20 cents also, and see what the numbers of impressions were. Now, if you found you weren't getting many impressions, I would then just slowly increase the bid, 25 cents, 30 cents, until you start getting those impressions and seeing what the conversion rates are like. So looking at the pricing, this book's up for $6.49. I'd actually increase that to $6.99, because 1, that's in keeping with the market, and 2, that gives us a bit more of a cushion, a bit more leeway when running these Amazon ads, a bit more profit to work with. But I'd be more than happy to make a small loss on the sale of each book over the next few months in order to get this book ranked. Now, when it comes to the category, now I can't tell what category this book's listed in, but I would actually just go through some of the books that are listed here, look at the categories that they're listed in, and put in a couple of appropriate categories. Now, I actually came across this one, which was quite interesting, this Unicorn Halloween Activity book, which has got a nice orange bestseller badge, and it's listed number 1 in the Venezuela travel guide. So I sort of imagined this scenario. Cynthia darling, pack your bags, we're off to Venezuela next week. I've just purchased the number 1 Venezuelan travel guide off Amazon. On second thoughts, make that Disneyland. So it's not something I would suggest doing, but I know a lot of publishers do this sort of thing to get that orange bestsellers badge. So that's what I would do. So overall, we've got changes to the subtitle, the price, run some Amazon ads starting the bids low, and put the book in appropriate categories. And also maybe optimize the 7 keyword boxes. And doing that, we would hopefully get the book out in front of people, and with something that looks this good and this quality, it's going to get the conversions, it's going to get the clicks, and it's going to get the sales, and hopefully then build up that history. Does this guarantee success? Absolutely not, because you can never tell beforehand what's going to happen. But I think there's more chance of success than not. And I think it's perfectly feasible to get this book ranked highly and to get that low bestsellers ranks. And I'm certain it would be possible to get this book making $2,000 or more in royalties per month. So you can use this information on your own books to see the process I go through and see what you could do perhaps with your books, if they're good quality, to get them ranked and making more sales. So I hope you found that useful. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up. If not, give it a thumbs down. But make sure you do hit the subscribe button, smash that notification bell, and until next time, goodbye.